We welcome everybody to the go. Coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in Jersey. This the scene just your crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Go.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Watch out. Tight end. 3 down.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
59. Ready? 59 Mike. Check. Ready?
Throwing again. Jones. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing Jones. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Go. 30 base.
From the gun, Jones. Now it's caught. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Hey, Orbit. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Box truck.
2nd and 5. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Go. Now.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 right at the 40. Jones operating from the gun. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. 59. Come.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 22. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 91. Hey, Alpha. Right there. 54, right there. Let's go.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Get it.
To throw again. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
Third and 5.
Ready?
From the gun on third down, Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, team 6.
Now Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Past the 20. 10, touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's go.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Jones avoids him at the 40. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the twist. Check 13. Check 13.
Jones on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Jones throwing again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Jones now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, room here to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second down, Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down by
On second down, Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
29 is Mike 29. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try by Bailey. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Jones now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch it go.
Here's Jones to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty... And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And some space here. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. You tighten it. I know, easy. Hey, box truck. Mike Queen. Here you go. Man out.
To throw, Cousins. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a give, right side. Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready, set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54. Protein spill. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Tighten up. Go. Right there, 54, right there. Now.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Hey, watch the leg.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Right 54.
Recon 132 fighter.
Alert 3.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-2.
Throwing on first down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's pick it up. It's out.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
And some room to work. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3.
17.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. It's a great throw right there and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
Hey, lock it.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 38-yard line.
Hard. Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between NFL, corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Cousins on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Cousins.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, dude. Mike 29. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Oh, here we go. Oh, check it down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to fire one. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Mike 29. You don't know no better. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Oh, you got D? 29.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here on second down now. It's Cook. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
Cousins from the gun on third. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Ready, break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Jones operating from the gun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They run it again with Cook. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Two-jet bomber. Two. 5.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, we're good.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is through.